Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Once again, I'm Nev from the Riot Review. It is Monday, August 31st, 2020, and we caught him. We found the individual responsible for the murder in Portland about 2 nights ago. Saturday night, yeah, that's right. I am 100% Antifa. Alleged Portland shooter was previously arrested and released. Catch and release works so well for bringing a legally loaded gun to a riot. Why? I get so many people arguing with me when I say it's not reasonable. It's not reasonable to bring a gun to a protest. Everyone's like, yes, but my Second Amendment right. But then all of a sudden it turns out, oh, it can't be loaded. So you can bring your gun to some of these places. It just can't be loaded. Second Amendment doesn't give you the right to have ammunition, I suppose. Anyways, the man being investigated by Portland, or by police in the fatal shooting of Trump supporter in Portland, identifies as Antifa and is an adherent Black Lives Matter supporter. It's interesting that some of the greatest Black Lives Matter supporter are crazy white people, and that's something that we'll see as time goes on. There's something about belligerent white folks that are helping out the Black Lives Matter cause. Like, we get a lot of black people shouting Black Lives Matter that really don't seem to have anything to do with the cause. Maybe a few, I should say. And then we got guys like this that are they're just all in on the cause, willing to do anything stupid. Let's hope he's willing to spend time in the slammer. It's really starting to seem like these riots are going to make people vote for Donald Trump more. The polls are definitely changing. It wasn't this way earlier. People are afraid that if they vote in leftist leaders, that there won't be any support if Antifa starts marching down the street in small towns. 4 men now sentenced for injuring an officer with a chlorine bomb. With a freaking chlorine bomb. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Hitler wouldn't use chlorine bombs. He got hit with mustard gas, and that in World War I, and that made him change his ideas about mustard gas. Anyways, here's a picture of the little bastards. Look at these little thugs. They weren't beaten enough as kids. Their parents should be a frickin' disgrace, disappointment. I bet they're in the line of moms. Probably always out every night partying or something. Probably drinking while they had them. I shouldn't say that. I really shouldn't say that. I take that back. But still, chlorine gas, that's universally stupid, man. Do you want to... It's just so freaking evil to use chlorine gas. Protests continue in Portland, same as usual. We're probably headed up to day 90 now of the riots. Mostly peaceful protests, right, CNN?
Please back up. Do some room to work. Appreciate it.
What's your name?
What was he doing? There's no fucking criminal charge for that fucking existing.
They're not pressed.
Hey, doesn't matter if he's not pressed. He's just fucking here.
Hey, half this group is not pressed. Not pressed right there. Purple mask.
So we got people with the right side protesting, coming out during the night shift in Portland. There's a lot to be said about that. It looks like we still got a little bit of the day shift going right now. Twilight's just coming down a little bit. And the thing with all of these riots is that during the daytime, generally they're kind of peaceful, more or less. And then as the sun goes down, the crazies come out, and the right side has started to protest during this time when the crazies are known to come out. That's when this murder happened, and I think we're going to be seeing more of this stuff, unfortunately. I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. There's also some other things going on that I don't want to show because I'm not sure they actually have anything to do with the situation, and we don't know the context of it, and I'm really worried if we put out the wrong stuff at the wrong time, we might just start a bit of a race war or something like that. And I think in 2020 we should be intelligent enough that we shouldn't have to worry about that stuff, and hopefully we'll be back at that situation. But it's just interesting that the more Antifa riots, the more Black Lives Matter burn things down. I shouldn't say Black Lives Matter. I'm still hoping that there is a good, true, virtuous leader within Black Lives Matter. But when people who claim they're from Black Lives Matter burn things down, then it's just heartbreaking. It's just Martin Luther King wouldn't do that. So I have a really hard time thinking that that someone from BLM would, even though the evidence is right in front of us sometimes. That's it for me, folks. Have a good one. Take care of each other.